back to the Bink or Bust UK Bankroll tournament. We have 2 tables up and running today. One at 100, one at 200. Current bankroll is sitting at 8,164 on day 43. Jack 9 suited, fold. We are waitlisted on a few other tables, so hopefully something opens up here and we can get onto them. But yeah, just starting off. King 4 fold. I think Jacks will value bet here. We do mix between check and betting. And we got day 43 significantly ahead of schedule. Almost 20 days ahead of schedule, actually. The goal was at end of month. End of month 2 to be hitting the 8K and playing NL 200. So that would be May. I'm gonna call here. That'd be May 18th, of course. So yeah, like I said, significantly ahead of that. Oh, pick up a ton of outs in the run once. Need a 5-3 deuce or king now. So it's a really good turn card. No lucky. I think that's fine. Just good calling, you know, a suited connector out of position on that stack, and then just jams it. There's not much you can do when you flop top pair. Stream set up. So, quick updates for yesterday. Did stream a session in the morning. I think we ended up down. By the end of the day, we managed to climb our way out of it for a decent profit, considering at one point we were way down. Yeah, we did 270 and ended up 170. So that's a pretty over $400 swing. Nothing to complain about there. Didn't play too many hands. Volume's been a bit of an issue lately. Luckily, we've been running crazy hot. But we have not been able to put the volume in. They were going to need to put it. Especially as, I think, as our win rate decreases as we move up. Okay, Queen Jack suited. Given his back size, I'm not really sure best play here. Over here, definitely just betting big. I would have shoved if I realized the difference. Basically, a shove there versus the 10. Okay. Checks around. We'll value bet the jack now. So what do we need? An ace, a heart, or running straight cards, or so an ace or a jack. Ace, jack, heart. Nice. How would you get there? What did this guy live poly in 10 offsuit? I don't know. Where did we chop that? Oh, we cashed out. I don't know why he got funds back. So, what in the heck happened? I think probably just check back here. Do that here. Why is this thing not sorry. Okay, there we go. Anyways. All Queen 10. No, all 5 big blind. So 10 off. Okay. And we do just check down ace 10 here. Okay. Fold 10 7. Fold 6. See, I'll be ending this month here soon. Physical month. But yeah, we still have about 19 days, I think, before hitting month 2 of the 100K bankroll challenge. So basically, now that we've hit the 8K and are playing more NL 200, again, the issue is going to be volume, like morning time volume. I guess open table here. And actually being able to put some decent hands, decent volume in at 1-2. Because it's kind of dead in the morning. It used to be a lot more active, but not so much now. So we'll be looking to grind out pretty good here. We do need basically by June 18th, we want to be hitting 20K so that we can jump to NL 500 at that point. King 4 suited, we're going to raise, fold kings, check the 6-4 offsuit. Fold 6-4. Seven, 4. We're going to fold the ace 3 offsuit and some decent tables up and going here. Try to wake up here a little bit more. The 1-2 table is basically a bonus this morning. It's running because there's these 3 random fish playing it. Otherwise, we just die off. CRA, CRS, Express. He's playing some NL 500 as well. Or no, I see him playing at 500. He's always playing at 1-2. Okay, we're just gonna check here. Top pair. GFMLU did not through that pre-flop. Okay, I think we come along here. Bunch of backdoors. Obviously, we have top pair. GFMLU is obviously going to be playing a pretty wide range there. We're just going to check fold, get out of here. Okay, checks around. And I think we'll put up the value bet. Now we make 2 pairs, so we're beating like 6-7 type hands. We're still losing to Jack 9, and we're losing to 8-10. I think when he checked back turn, there's pretty much no way he has 6s, 9s, jacks, or 3s. And we block. Obviously, there's a 7 out there. We block 7s. There's 4, Queen 3. He calls, so I like Jack 10, 10, 9. Yes. Raise here. Probably a bit loose of a call there, I think. but fine too big. Yeah. I just don't really have any hands. I don't know what I would really have these to beat there. Fold the ace-5. Okay, move the c-bet here. A better mute, I guess, eh? Like ace is no good. Ace would be an action killer. Fold 7-3. I think we bet anyways, though. Let's call. That's good. So he would have had to have 4-5. Could have 4-5 some portion of the time. But I think with our hand, we're going to shove. He can also have like ace-6, ace-deuce, ace-8, ace-3. And if we do lose to 4-5, so be it. Okay, raise the 9-8 suited. And Jack-9 suited, it's just fold here. Could be a 3-bet, I'll have to double check that. I think Jack-10 suited, I'm definitely 3-betting. That might be a super tight fold, but it might be fine. More likely to 3-bet it, obviously, if we're like on the button or something. So he does check to us twice. I think at this point we should be value betting. Or not value betting, but bluffing at it. He does call. I think the fact that he called pretty quick, he's not going to fold river. Maybe to an overbet. I think he seems pretty nitty, so we're going to give him the nit mark for now. Okay, ace-4 on this board. We're going to value bet it. And we're going to 3-bet queens. Anything else this time? Okay, we take it down. I'll take both down. Good. Fold e4. Yeah, so the few hands we've been playing here at L200, there's definitely been fold the 8-4. Definitely 3-bet the 4-5 suited some portion of the time. Usually more against like cutoff mid position opens from the button, less often against like E2G opens from tighter players. But yeah, anyways, for NL200, I've definitely noticed one, when we have been playing at night times here and there, there's a lot of people we don't have tagged at all, which is interesting. And the regs that are playing NL200 or playing NL500, they definitely seem more confident, check raising more, check raising turn more, bluffing more, all that kind of stuff. So that'll be an adjustment to make, because right now at NL100, everybody's just a nit. All the regs are a nit too. So it's like, they're not bluffing you, right? Ever. So when you are getting like check raised and barreled on and all that kind of stuff, you basically need to be, you need to beat their value, essentially, when you're going to be calling against a lot, not all of them, obviously, but against a lot of the regs. There is a 25-cent, 50-cent table running. At a position, we'll check the jacks here. Just grab a table here. Fold. I guess we'll defend the 5s. value bet over here. Okay, Ruby checked. I think we're just gonna bet here. I think he can have just overcards like ace king, ace queen, and then he'll have some overpairs. But I think his overpairs are just gonna check raise, and his overcards are just gonna check fold. Like overfold is the key there. We got the ace king, and if he 4-bets, we'll rip it. And we are going to check back flop call here on the turn. And when he checks to us, I think he's betting a 10, pretty much always for value. So probably just chopping this up. H7 suited, we'll just defend. So yeah, so far so good for the Bankroll challenge. For those of you just joining us, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. Really helps grow the channel. We are trying to commit to playing and streaming every single morning. So when you guys support the channel, it does help grow the channel. And I do appreciate that. But yeah, going really good. We are day 43, Bankroll at almost 8,200 and significantly ahead of schedule. So far, so good. We have talked about it before, but the realistic reality is that we are going to have to be playing different times as well. Keep the same stream running for now in the mornings, but probably have to try to switch that into the afternoon more. We'll just call the jacks here. So we see bet calls, and then he leads on this turn. I think I call 1. I think the 8's good, the ace is good, and we could just be chopping there a lot. Definitely calling 1 here. If he bets huge again, we're just folding. Yeah. Oh, what do you have? Somebody has kings or aces. Oh. This guy's such a nit. I think he watches the channel too sometimes. I think there's somebody who's definitely watching the channel. Every time we fire it up, it's instantly somebody on the stream at the same time every morning. So I think somebody we're playing here is probably watching it. We do fold jack 5, which is fine. We'll fold the 9-6. The jack 10 would check back, raise the ace 10. Fold here. Don't think I can fold to that small of a bet instantly. Okay, we'll let that go, I guess. This guy's a dream player, so we want to keep him in the pot as much as possible. Fold the 8 Ds. Oh, somebody stacked off the river. That's such a sick game. Must have been a ways back. Oh, right here. Oh, aces. I'm so shocked. Fold, a6 fold. We'll defend the king 10. And ace-0. 10 suited. He checks back. That's interesting. We'll check back on the king. Okay. Almost for sure he has an ace, but I don't think he's ever going to fold it, even if we went. He might fold if we went bet, but I think he's going to be calling. People overcall double pair boards with aces, and I think we probably have the best hand a good portion of the time. Here we have to call with the 8s. He'll value bet a 7, and he'll bluff some portion of the time. Then stab at it once we check back turn. So I think betting there's fine. calling there, so he's fine. And good. Anything but calling there is maybe what we should say. And for the ace 3 off, fold the king 10. Okay, and we will fold the ace 6 suited, raise the pocket 9s. We'll fold the 3-bet with the king queen in a position. Okay, pretty good flop. We are going to barrel here. Maybe misclick. I feel like my mouse sensitivity is off or something. And we're going to value bet again. There's a whole bunch of 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 9, 10, 8, 9 type hands that are calling, ace 7, ace 6, all those have called flop, and definitely will call turn barrels some portion of the time at least. Fold 5, 3. He leads out again. Just gonna have to let this one go. Raise the ace 8. We did c-bet here, right? Yes, we did. I think we go for the over barrel here. Over bet. Over barrel. You missed that. He calls. Now he's pretty nitty, but I think he's going to be chasing flushes a lot. So I think don't probably need to go very big. I think if he has an 8, we probably don't get the fold. The 7 might fold. Straight draws and flush draws fold, and then like 10-8, pocket 7s, pocket 8s, pocket deuces. So I think when he's gone into the tank this long, he probably has like 8, 9 or 6, 7 or something. Ace 8. Which is kind of crazy to see the call down there versus the bet, the over bet, and the well, I guess makes sense that you should be calling down in those spots some portion of the time, but most people are giving up there. Maybe if I went bigger on the river. Okay, checks back. We're just going to try to take it down here. Hold 6-3. He does snap call. We block some of the flushes. Flush draws, so we'll just check fold here again. And that's a really good turn card for us. We're going to go for the check raise here. Two pair, check raise, and then shut river. I'm assuming I ISO here. I'll just call. They're going to check. And CRS Express fires at a 3-bet. That might be too nitty, but when a guy's not 3-betting at all, it's probably less bad. And we will c-bet here and check again here in the bottom left. GFMLU calls, I think we have to call. And now I'm gonna go like, I'm just gonna go half pot on the 4. I think we have the best hand a good portion of the time. Okay, check that. Hold here. Nice. Okay. Whoa. And 3-bet the jacks, raise the ace 10 off, fold the king 4, fold the king 4, fold the 8 6. And we're going to continue double barreling here on the king queen and the 6. There's a couple spots I need to brush up on as well. Turn barrel sizing. We get check raised here. 8-9 probably. I want to. Yeah, okay. I just think we're never getting bluffed here. So I know we have some equity and we would have smashed the nuts. Maybe that's a bit tight. But with the flush draw out there, it's going to kill some of our action. It's a big check raise too. Pretty much, it's like shove or fold there, I think. But I do overfold in spots because I don't think. Yes, maybe that's a bad spot to fold because we probably have all the implied odds to stack him. Or the pool in general is not check raising enough bluffs there. We're going to defend here. We're just going to lead out here with King 10. I pretty quickly called, so I think we'll just let that go. Oh, come on. Flops at 3-4 suited, isn't it? Fold King 10 off. Alright, Ace 3 suited. Ace 3 suited, we're going to bump that up. Fold the Jack 10. Fold the Jack 3. ISO up here. And I guess we'll pull up today's business after yesterday. 9-8 suited. Against Omar. The ISO here, we're definitely going to see that even though we're out of position. Pull up today's stats. Basically break even, that's fine. And we are going to double barrel this, I think. We could put a ton of equity on the turn. So I think unless he has a queen, they're going to do a lot of folding. In his range, he's calling so much pre-flops, he's going to have a wider range. Which is going to end up folding a lot more. And consist of a lot more like ace S, ace X's, random gut shots. You know, second and third pairs that people will start folding a bunch on the turn, but not only folding those types of hands, overfolding a bunch of other hands that should just be calls. So. And we'll fold the Queen 5 off. Fold the 9-3, 6-3, and Queen 6 as well. And we'll fold the 10-7. So yeah, today, whatever, we were up, we're down, we were up, we're break even. The month as a whole, check that out next. Very good monthly update. I think we've been pretty much crushing this month. We've been running really hot though, too. Like way above EV for the month. Von Jin raises. We'll just call. Calling's probably bad. I think we're going to check call turn Melty bets. And we'll probably have to check call river as well. Chop it up. Wasn't sure, like 3-bet there with this half stack kind of thing. We are probably going to leave this table. We're not in a very good spot. There's a whale, but he's on our direct left. So the 1-2 table's probably going to get shut down here soon enough. Month on a whole, we're bringing that up. We'll check here. I think we'll just fold 5s, given his stack size, and like calling can induce a bunch of squeezes and stuff. Even though these two are relatively tight, next is a pretty good player, so I think he'll recognize that. Man, this board's dry. So we're gonna go small and look to blast turn. Good portion of the time, this guy's gonna call like 7-8, 6-7, 10 jack, you know, 9x, 5x, some queen x. Interesting big lead though. And this guy's squeezing, so we're gonna squeeze the ISOer, sorry. And we'll just let this go here. He has some, obviously 8x in his range. But I I think if he can check here, it's 26, that's 50. I think we just go big on the turn now that he checks back. Here we go half pot, hold the 9-7. He calls, playing every single hand. So when he does call here, probably just shut it down. I want to shove river. Half pot here, defend here. And we're just going to shut down here at the ace-10. Defend the queen-9 suit. Hold the ace-3. Yeah, we're just going to leave this table on the top right. Let them battle it out heads up. That's a really... whatever, we'll just let it go. I think in reality, the weaker players don't know to check there enough with their overpairs, so it's like they'll give up with their over cards and just check fold a lot. But when they have like jacks, queens, kings, aces, they're gonna just blast that. So just generally we'll just fold and get out of the way. That's a really small bet on this board. I think I'm gonna have to check raise it. And I guess with a million people coming along, maybe this makes it worse, but I think we're just going to come along anyways. And once he does call, probably has an ace almost always. Now, he's shown a tendency to not be willing to fold a top pair. So I think we'll just check there. Okay. He checks back again. I just don't think he folds an ace. And we beat like 8-9, something like that. Just gonna have to let that go. Yeah, we'll just fold here now. Just didn't believe that tiny bet on that board. We have lots of equity. Like if an 8 rolled off or a diamond rolled off, we can keep barreling. Some portion of the time, and you know, queen could give us the win. But anyway, so on the month, for some NL12, mostly NL100, and a little bit of NL50 mixed in here and there. Yeah, some NL50, not too much. 100, probably 2,000 hands. Jack 9. Jack 9, offsuit, we will defend, big blind. Brick up here, check that. And the Jack 9 off. He checks back flop, and then goes 3/4 on turn. Which is interesting. I'm just going to check raising here. And we're going to raise up the aces. And we're going to raise up the kings. We still have all the flush draws. Like we are going to check to him with flush a whole bunch. So when he checks back flop, he's just not going to have a flush draw very often. And here, I think we just have to take the check line. But now we're going to bet. Then we're going to bet river. Just half pot, half pot. Is that ginger? Could maybe go bigger on the river, but we're kind of targeting like 10x or jack x. We weren't planning to fold either, given their VPIP, but I don't think we're getting any value by going bet with aces there. Like, I think if we do go bet, we're only going to get called by hands that are beating us, which is basically the flush on the turn, or like the queen X is the most likely hand if we go bet that they're going to have. Alright. Definitely 3-bet queen jack suited. Alright, so we actually put in 60,000 hands this month, so I'm pretty happy about that, to be honest. Ace 5 suited will raise. Fold jack 5. King just fold. Check 5 fold. Okay, I see the light. 3 bets. He's 3 betting enough. We mostly call here in position. Ace 5 suited, Ace 4 suited, actually 4 bet. Less than people I think it does. It does 4 bet obviously some portions of the time, always. He checks with that. Calls. It's interesting. Okay, and then we're gonna go half pot, or we check that, or we shove. I think we'll bet half pot here. This could be a mistake. You could take a check call, check shove line with like kings plus. And he's just not folding like jacks. Okay, we do get squeezed here pretty big. I think this is at 18. Yeah, I think we defend this. We're a little bit deeper. No action there. Check to him. And let's start maybe with a small bet. And we get check shove down again. Alright. I think we need to chill on our barreling when we get checked to. Could be something that's been picked up on, but we do like to blast on these boards. So we might be getting either check raise bluff some portion of the time, but I doubt it. Like on this board, we only want a hand at this table. What's going on? Can't really catch anything, but yeah, we get cold 3-bet. Like, people are just so nitty. It's the issue. But like, we do smash this board with our calling range, so I think it'd be pretty ambitious for him to do anything but check shove with like ace king hearts, you know, queens plus, jacks, that kind of stuff. He calls. We're just gonna keep ripping here as he keeps calling. But anyways, continuing on through the month here, let's see our run guard go crazy. Comes back a little bit here, but then continues to just go. So basically, we're just winning all the time. Every time we get it all in and winning. So like, we're getting it in good, right? It's we're getting it in good every time. We're just winning so many of them, right? And that's how it goes with your EV line. Like, if we were getting it in bad, but winning, like the EV line would be going down while your actual wins be going up. But when both are going up, that just means like you're getting it in with, you know, kings versus ace king and winning, you know. So you should win, but you don't. You should. You should only win, you know, whatever it is, 65% of the time or something like that. So your green line climbs 100% while your EV line only climbs 60% of that pot, right? So even though you're getting it in good, you should be losing some portion of the time mathematically, and when you don't, you just end up with this big like gap here. Now it is only over a month. I'm pretty sure if I expand that back, we're running obviously relatively even over the last, you know, 400,000 hands or something like that. But over just a short sample. It's more or less meaningless. I think we're going to bet here. It's not the greatest of boards, but we have 2 overcards, and we block ace-queen, and we block king-queen. So here on the turn, I think if he has a queen and we bet again, he's going to fold too much, so I think I'm going to check back. And then we'll just... I think we just call. Shoving might be a little too ambitious. He'd have to have, like... he'd have to have ace-queen, or maybe ace-jack to call there if we shove. Everything else that calls is probably just going to be, like... you know, ace-6, ace-7, ace-queen, ace-3, pocket 3s, pocket 6s, pocket 7s. I don't think we're going to beat much else. Okay. And we're going to ISO king-queen. We'll check here, give him a chance to bluff. Since it is only a pot-sized shove, we have a little bit more leeway. And now we get it in. Folds. And we're going to go for the check raise here with the queens. Fours will call, I think, some portion of the time here. No action. We're obviously check raising for the times he has like king jacks and spades and that kind of stuff. Fold the ace-9. And fours will just brick off and fold. We do fold those pre-flop some portion of the time too, I think. 2s, 3s, 4s actually might be 100% calls there. Not exactly sure. Okay, a couple other tables we can jump onto. That's cool. And the 6s will call. Okay, we're in bet. Probably a little bit bigger there, actually. 10-9 suited raise. Spades get there. King's not the greatest of cards. Try to just show down now, basically. Getting a little sick of folding, to be honest. And we're just going to check back here. And we'll show down the 10. Definitely overfolding. In some of those spots. It's kind of a stupid call from him, though, realistically, like without any equity. But I think I went too small on flop. Like I should have gone at least like 70%. So that half pot bet, I think, kind of led to that. Okay. We'll call the ace-8. I think I'm okay calling a squeeze here, so I will call. Jack queen suited. Man, he's going huge, eh? I don't think I can call that. And we're just looking at check call here on the river. Probably a bad check, actually. Should bet that. Gotta focus in here a bit more. Okay, we'll read the Jack 10 offsuit. And the brick flop. It's a good turn card. We'll raise King Jack. Fold Queen Jack, fold here. So we 3-bet, I think, 3, right? Just to confirm, yeah. So we're gonna have to bet and just represent this ace. And I'd rather just bet big here and try to take it down on the flop. Fold the King 7, fold the King 4. GFMLU has like knitted up today. That's weird. Where would he? Or if he's been like studying ranges or something. Okay, we'll go half pot on the turn. After checking back flop. Really good river card. He raises. It's interesting. We have to raise for value, I think, here. Nice. Perfect. Yeah. Do have a bit of a read on him. It's proving to be correct, I think. Definitely gonna call 1 here with the 7s for a small C bet. We're not going to continue stationing though. He does manage to pull the trigger. We can have it. And the bet, and then check back turn, and then you bet the river line. This 10% is actually really good for us. 1, we get some showdown, but 2, he actually just like folds a bunch of hands. A good portion of the time. And if we can get a showdown there for 10% of pot with pocket 7s, and he has an ace X, that's really pretty good, I think. Realistically. Okay, fold here. And we did value bet the 5. Get called by ace high for Jack. Fold 10. What's funny is people will like call the ace but like fold Jack X. I don't know why it is, but fold 7-6 off. We're going to 3-bet the ace jack offsuit, fold 16, 9-6 suited, we can bump up. Oh, kind of net versus net here. Aces versus kings. Aces, jacks. Close enough. I'm actually surprised he called jacks. Okay, the ace jack off here. We'll just check back. Get 3-bet. We'll fold 9-6. 6-7, 5-6, and we're going to call. Oh, man. Alright, queen rolls off, he checks again. I think I'm just gonna stab at it here. Fold 9-5, fold jack 4 suited. Never really seen this guy before, so I would assume he's gonna play pretty straightforward. So once he calls turn, to me, assuming this guy's a new player, means he has a queen or a flush draw, never folding a queen, and we beat his flush draws, so we're gonna check. That's surprising. So I bet would have taken that down, but I think generally speaking, he's just going to play, I think, a little more straightforward than that. So, like, I just expect him to not call deuces, 3s, 4s, 6s very often. But the flip side to that is fish never believe 1-bet is another, like, big, broad statement, but very, very true. So it's like, you know, that queen rolls off, he checked the 8, you know, you're saying, hey, I have a queen. They're saying, I don't believe you. And then they check the river and you bet again. And now they're like, oh, I guess you do have a queen, and they fold, right? So there's two sides, I guess, to that coin. But okay, anyways, we're gonna ISO here with the ace jack, fold the a5. And we're gonna bet here. No need to go big. Just go small. He's just gonna fold a 10. And we will raise the jack 4 suited. And I think we'll 4-bet here. Pretty polar in the blinds. Small blind versus big blind. King 5 suited. I think we're going to bet up. The only issue with the nittier guys is I feel like I need to adjust my 3-betting a bit more because their opening range is like, you know, your steal's 28%, which means like you're pretty much opening from the small blind and the button, you know, what you're supposed to be opening from like, you know, position kind of thing. 9-6 suited, mostly a 3-bet. I think I'll call here. Let's go 3/4 pot. This guy just there. 3-bet that or fold. I guess calling's maybe not that bad. Blind versus blind. And here, even with 9s, I think I'll just bet and get him to fold. I think if we check back, it just kind of gets easier for us to lose the pot by checking back there. Fold 10-7. 3 off. 36. Okay. That's not this guy. Okay, so yeah, there's our insanely run good chart. 7K over 60,000 hands. With some NL50 mixed in there. I guess full pot. I think we're gonna float one though, and just go ahead and make the nuts. Raise here. It's a lot less nutty now, that's for sure. Still have to go for value though. So let's just flip back to today so we can track our stuff. That. And we're gonna 3-bet the 8s. Hold on. Nine deuce folding. We do got another NL 100. Actually, I should check that 1-2 table again. Raise up the jack 8 of diamonds. Nice. Nice. Wonder if that was pre-flop or on the flop. For the Niners. The jack 8 here. This is a pretty dry board, realistically, so we'll just go small. Take it down a whole bunch. So loses to a jack. It's not a jack. It's not an ace. Curious what happened there. With the 9 of hearts, I think we'll do that. He calls. We do block 8-9. We do block Queen King. I think we'll double barrel here. Snap called. Alright, well, we're just done with it. The snap call is never a flush though, but I don't think we can get him to fold enough. Just ready to call there, to be honest. So yeah, just all went in on the flop. What do you do? Raise, call. Good flop. It's good flop for 10s when you're against jacks and aces and in position. Well, just what you could expect. So, what if he shoved the flop though? He shoved the flop. Just there you go. Y'all did the flop. Oh, he just like open shoved 3x flop. That's crazy. Two overcards, I think we just call here. Fold the 8 deuce. We just don't have spades to bluff there enough when we check back flop. Even with the ace of spades, it's probably bad actually checking. Should probably just get there, then bet turn, and then we could blast that river. Where the spades come off. So, the whole point of bluffing is so that you get paid with your value hands, right? It's like the entire purpose of it. So we're just kind of all over here, breaking even so far. The ace-7 off will bump it up. I don't think I've been playing the greatest this morning either, so that's fine. All right, fold 3 deuce off. Fold jack 5. That's a big open. I'm not sure what to make of it. I think I'd rather just like 3-bet the king jack here. Nice. 3.5x open. Small blind and folded to 8. Alright, queen 10, we will raise. The ace deuce, we're gonna bet. Once he checks to us. Fold the ace deuce. So realistically, like moving up stakes, the biggest sort of biggest sort of differences you'll find is just people are like with the pool in general, it kind of ticks up aggression through every single stake, and then as you play that stake, you can kind of figure some stuff out for certain individual players, but generally speaking, every time you move up the stake, you just get people just get more aggressive, and like there's always like a couple little things that everybody's doing a little bit better, like defending ranges. I'm just gonna lose the aces here, like defending their check back range on the flop, that kind of stuff. Okay, yeah, we'll run those for sure. Be a right, queen of diamonds. Be nice to have one queen available and nothing else. Fold jack 7. What's you need, a jack or a queen? Nice with spade blocker. Good. Okay. There we go. There's a little session bump for the team. Right, and we're gonna value bet the ace 10 here. No action. Right. Action killer turning river anyways. Fold the 9-3, fold the queen 9, fold 5-4, and 3 bets. The pocket 10s. King 7 suited raise, and check this flop. King 10 suited raise. He goes half pot, definitely calling. I think if he bets again, we probably have to let it go. Not a whole lot of draws out here for him to keep barreling on. We do lose to Jack X. I think now we just value bet against like 8, 9, 9, 10, ace 9, king 9 suited, queen 9 suited, pocket 8s, that kind of stuff, 6, 7. And if he shoves, I think we have way more of a decision to make. I think if he shoves, I think we probably call. Realistically, we block bet there. It does induce people to bluff, so you have to be willing to make some calls here and there. And in order to block bet, you have to be able to get called by worse. Otherwise, you just check. Black there, we'll bet here. But once he checks back turn, I mean, you can get tricky there and this and that, but like realistically, once he checks back, I'll run it here on this table. If once he checks back turn with the flush and straight draws out there, it's too unlikely. And we're just gonna go big here. It's too unlikely that he doesn't have pocket jacks, pocket sixes, pocket nines, jack nine suited, you know, stuff like that. And significantly way more likely that he's bluffing with like queen 10 or king queen spades or something like that. And we're gonna overbet turn. Pure value here. Obviously, if we run into 5-6 or ace-5, it is what it is. But we want to go big here for when he does have like ace-x hearts with a bunch of backdoors, or like 4-5 with hearts or something like that. Where he has combo draws, he might just shove or fold now. And I think we're going to value bet king high. We will just float over with the 5s with 2 fish. I don't think I shovel the spades is going to be bluffing us anywhere near enough. That is a pretty good board for us. So I'm going to go for the check shove here. And 3-bet 7s. Jack 10. Hold on, yeah. Fold here. We're going to check here. The massive 4-bet. I'll just let that go. And I think we just show down the jack high. When he's checking as well, he's going to have some portion of like jack, jack queens, some like really bad that suited king X's or something that he called with. Raise here, fold the 9 deuce, and 3-bet I have it. Fold here, we do let this go. People are just not full 4-betting anywhere close to a proper like bluffing range. So kind of in reality is that when it's happening, you should just be like folding way, way, way more probably than what GTO tells you to do. Now, what did happen here? So he limp called. Limp calls. All right, I think we just blast there. I can pick up aces. Calls, flop goes check, check. Probably call 1 here. And I think you can cold 4-bet there with aces. I'm not like sometimes like shoving looks like really random. It looks like I have ace king, so that does work pretty well. Oh come on, bro. All right, we're just gonna fold 2x shove there. The thing with not raising here at all, obviously, is that bipolar roller calls and then he calls, and now we're like 4 ways at a position with aces, and all we do is like get stacked in those situations, or win like a small pot. Yeah, definitely run it twice. This guy's running hot. Okay. Well, at least we got out with the chop, I suppose. Okay, we're going to value bet our second kicker here. Fold the 6-3. Fold jack 6. And the 4 deuce suited. I'm not sure how loosey-goosey to be playing with. Okay, so he actually squeezed us there. I didn't expect that. And queen 7 suited. That's probably what it is. Well, we can fold down nice and clean. Oh, that's. Oh, never mind. I thought I had deuces for a minute. I was like, no. That's wild. I guess I can't check that hand. Okay. And people are overfolding and under check raising, so we can kind of revert to a bit of a 100% like c-bet against fish, like small c-bets, just because they're overfolding so much. This guy's just like hit or fold, basically, so we're going to be looking to steal constantly. Gross. Well, he cracked the ace queen with queen jack, and he chopped the kings with the aces. Alright, kings, our turn. Let's. And we'll fold the 8-6 offsuit. Fold king deuce off. We will be, I guess, ending the stream shortly here. Yeah, we've hit the hour mark, but I swear I started this earlier than usual. Just kind of getting to the end of what we have time to play. Right. Seems like he likes to see a flop too, so we're going to keep ISOing him bigger and bigger until we hit sort of a spot he will stop calling pre-flop. 6x apparently is not it. And here, again, he plays fit or fold, so we just want to bet for the times he has an 8. Otherwise, he's just folding anyways. And we're going to ISO here. We're going to check here with the 9-10. And we'll call. King on the flop, we'll check to him at a position. He bets. We'll call. And we'll check again to him. Doesn't tell you about the ace. Yeah, we could probably tell that when those diamonds rolled off. We should have bet river, I think. To sizing that maybe gets him to call. We're going to be check calling that river for sure. But he's been bluffing a few times, so I think we'd be calling there for sure. Okay. And the queen 7 suited will raise, the 6-3 off we raise. Fold 4-3. And we'll let that go. And we'll fold here. And we'll fold here. We'll raise here. Oh, that's it. Just brought our EV to even. Chopping the kings. Okay, raise the jack 10. Fold the ace 8. Three bet, we'll fold the jack 10 off. Obviously not folding suited jack 10s. And we'll value bet the 10x here. I guess he led, eh? Thought I guess that should have been blatantly obvious that I didn't raise 10-3 suited or 10-3 offsuit pre-flop. I think check calling's better. I think this lead just puts us in an awkward spot with such a bad hand if he raises. And now what do we do? Now if we check, he's like gonna bluff every time. It's a really big squeeze, so I think we just let 5s go. And we just look to check down the river. I think we have to call though. I hit the check. Yeah, okay, whatever. I guess yeah, the back door is an overcard. But yeah, I think we have to call that river. And we just go for small, given stack sizes. Kind of flip over to like tourney sizing. Yep. Oh, goodness. Okay. Alright. So yeah, the 100K challenge is realistically well underway. Check the 6s, fold the 10 deuce off, check the jack 8. And We are certainly 3-betting the king suited. Definitely defending the sixes here. Again, Ruby Jones going really big. I guess we just let that go. Okay. I think I'm not sure on the sizing. Balls. Leave it the ace king. Guess we just call the eights here. Check here. I don't know, for 6x open, maybe we just fold pocket eights, in all honesty. I was hoping to not brick the river. So we block king jack and queen jack and king 10 and king 10. So I think we're gonna cut here. We have to call here on the ace king, unfortunately. Just this stuff. We should have actually just ripped that flop. Ace or king. Nice. Nice cash out there. Yeah, I think like if we have like jack, king jack, ace jack, stuff like that, we would take this line. Oh. But that's not. I mean, we're folding like 99% of the time there anyways, but still. Makes sense for him to like check back flush there. Yeah, I don't know. We probably maybe just check fold river. Like I don't know. When we have like jack X, we are taking that line. You know, a good portion of the time. We're just folding too much over here, not c-betting enough, not paying enough attention. So that'd be a big hit to our today's winnings. What do you do? Fold 7-3. Fold jack 8. Fold here. So, but anywho, I think we're gonna sit out, guys. We'll call that the stream today. I gotta get going. So make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. Oh, sorry guys, I missed a chat. Fold here. Yeah, we'll fold here. Hey man. So Kevin says, I guess that was the chart. Here, raise here, fold here, and double fail here. Yeah, sorry I missed the chat there, guys. Just noticed it now as we're kind of ending the stream. I need like a pop out or something for that, I think. Raise the queen screen off. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's been a good, it's definitely been a good grind this month. So super happy about that. Appreciate you guys watching. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and